Y'all are good at sit. Congratulations, everyone. You made it. For so many years, you have been working so hard to be able to come to a college like Denison. And today, you're here. So congratulations. My name is Noah Chartier, and I'm the student body president. And I'd like to take an intentional moment for framing before we move into what will be the next several years of each of your lives. At the very beginning, I'd like to share something about the way that I view Denison. Denison isn't a choose-your-own-adventure kind of campus. It's not a place where you're presented with clear, linear paths that you just have to choose from and then follow unthinking. Denison is a sandbox, a place where you can create your own paths that are completely unique to you. Well, what does that look like? First, your academics. In my first semester, I took an ethics class. And every day, I left that classroom with my mind spinning, thinking of all the different ways that the systems we were learning could be applied, the different ways of reading and interpreting the material, and I wrote down some of what I was thinking as a way to flesh out my thoughts. When I took those thoughts and questions to office hours, my professor gave me feedback and told me to submit that in lieu of the next paper assignment. Every time I took something that I was interested in to my professor, he encouraged me and helped me to explore those interests, helping to focus my takeaways to what I wanted to learn. Isn't that cool? Not every class can be like that, but you'll be surprised with just how excited your professors are when you engage at just that next level, when you treat Denison as a sandbox. Second, your extracurriculars. As you may have noticed, we're in a hill in the middle of Ohio. Sure, there are places to go off campus, but as you may notice in time, you'll be spending a lot of your time on the hill. And that means we're used to making our own fun most of the time, which means we get creative. There are two sides of this. The first is that we need people who just go and make something happen. My first semester, I decided that I would try to run a 6-week online game based on the TV show Survivor. Putting college students in a situation where they were having to be competitive and forge and break alliances sure was an idea right off the bat. But everyone had a ton of fun, and now we're an established student organization going on our 7th semester of running the game. We need people like that, sure. But what we need even more, the second side to that, is for everyone to be willing to buy in. To be willing to say yes to a sliver of a crazy idea and turn it into something that means something. My first semester friends decided to buy in, and for many of us, that changed our whole Denison experiences. And finally, it's not just your own experience that you can shape here. It's the university as a whole. Denison is a place that truly centers students' needs. Denison is a place that actively looks for and implements our feedback. I've spent a lot of my time here working and striving to make this place better. And I can tell you, it works. I can tell you that when you sit down with folks, you get answers. And if those aren't satisfactory, then you get the knowledge that you need to keep driving change. I can't wait to see how each of you makes this campus better. All I ask of you is to be inquisitive, be courageous, and make this place your own. Because Denison is not a choose-your-own adventure. It's a sandbox. And I'm looking forward to get to explore it with you. Thank you very much, and congratulations.
Good evening. It is a Denison tradition, and I'm learning the traditions. This is my first one, and this is awesome. You all look great. First years, transfers, your parents look great too. It is a Denison tradition to have two students serve as representatives of the entering class. We select these two students whose hometown is nearest to campus and the student whose hometown is furthest from Denison. This is a special year because we actually have three. I'm pleased to introduce the first two, Hart and Maggie Miller, who are from Granville, Ohio, and live 1,056 yards from campus. Give them a hand. And Huyen Jackie John from Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, who has traveled 8,000, a little bit further, 8,869 miles to arrive in Granville. May I please have those three students join us on stage? Keep clapping, it makes the keep clapping. This is the banner for the class of 2028. You will see your banner again upon the occasion of your graduation, and then it will join the others as a part of Denison's historical record.
Good evening, everyone. My name's Kim Coplin. I'm the provost of the college. I'm also a faculty member in the Department of Physics and Astronomy, a proud graduate of Denison from the class of 1985, a proud parent of a current Denison student and a Denison alum. As the provost, I have the great honor and privilege of working with the Denison faculty, often described by President Weinberg as the best faculty in the country, and I have to say I agree. Each year at the induction ceremony, one of our traditions is for the faculty to welcome our new students to the college. So to bring that welcome to you, I'm pleased to introduce the chair of the faculty, Dr. May Mei, professor of mathematics. May?
Hello, class of 2028! As Provost Coplin said, my name is Professor May, and I teach math, and that's just me in a nutshell. You have shown up here today, and that makes you Denisonians, and that means you're one of mine. And every year around this time, those of us on this stage, we're torn between this futile hope that if we say exactly the right thing, we can inoculate you against the challenges that come ahead. And the years of experience that have taught us that that is not how this works. If you were able to do all the right things because an adult told you the right things to do, parenting would be so easy. Speaking of which, let's give a round of applause to your parents, other family members, anyone who's guided you here on your journey. Thank you. I do think it's the best faculty in the land. Like, it could have been standing room only. We don't even have enough seats for all the faculty who showed up to welcome you. You decided to come to a small liberal arts college. So as chair of the faculty, I should probably say a few words about what I think that means. It's not liberal as in politically left, it's liberal as in free. Thanks to past chair, Professor Heather Poole, for reminding me of that. Free as in what a free person needs to know to be an active citizen of a democratic society. Free as in free to be the architect of your own life. Last year, my predecessor, Professor Sam Cowling, drew a distinction in this very speech between thinking of your education as excavation, revealing what's already there, and construction, building something new. I endorse the position that you are free to do the latter. You cannot yet imagine what you're going to become. I know I started by telling you that this speech is incapable of achieving its aims, of just preparing you for all that's coming. I have been through so many drafts. I have painfully excised entire paragraphs, anecdotes that were super witty and insightful. There's a version of this speech that starts with, "It's dangerous to go alone," and ties all the principles herein to the Triforce from Zelda. So let that be a meta lesson to you as you write your first college essay. Recency bias also has contributed to this. I went to a workshop on deliberation 2 weeks ago and a symposium on the liberal arts yesterday, which means I was rewriting the speech today. That is another lesson for you about essay writing. Through this continual revision, I have managed to constrain myself to 3 points, and I've timed myself. This speech is 6 minutes. So, first of the 3, have an opinion. Philosophers Scott Aiken and Robert Talese write, "Argumentation, the process of giving reason in support of one's beliefs, proposing considerations that tell against opposing beliefs, and assessing the reasons offered by those who disagree with us, is the activity by which we come into possession of our beliefs." I love that last part, about coming into possession of your beliefs. Right now, maybe you think some thoughts, but public defense of those thoughts is how you come to own them. And you're not talking to yourself. So that's a communal activity, which we are exceptionally well positioned to engage in as a fully residential college. Iron sharpens iron, and so one person sharpens the wits of another. Speaking of communal activities, we've been rude. Have you introduced yourself to your neighbor? Let's take a moment. Yeah, do it. We'll wait. Make some eye contact, say your name, ask their name, shake their hand. Good handshake, yes. Yeah. Oh, and I see even going past one neighbor. Very good, very good. All right. So, next point. Be charitable. If your best explanation is that the other side is stupid or evil, you have just removed yourself from the conversation. Do better. Did you just introduce yourself to a stupid evil person? No. Don't get smart with me. Assume that the person you're in dialogue with is just as smart and just as good as you are, and that they have a principled reason for thinking what they think. You don't have to agree. That is okay. That's even great. But challenge yourself to craft a narrative as to why a smart and good person that you just met could rationally come to hold an opinion that's different from yours. And third, attempt difficult things. Notice, I said attempt, not do. My 2 earlier suggestions, have an opinion and be charitable, are both deceptively difficult. Many of you are here at Denison precisely because of your past achievements. And let me say something you might not want to hear. If you have always done what you have set out to do, it may not be the case that you are extraordinarily accomplished. It may be the case that you have only attempted easy things. So come and try some hard things. Embrace finding proximity to failure. Embrace the possibility that you might fail. That is not a bug. That is a feature of this system. If you're not scared of at least one of your classes this fall, you are underreaching. And assuming 4 classes a semester for 8 semesters, you only get 32 classes in your time here. Do you like that multiplication? Yeah. That is only 32 opportunities to stretch, to grow. Inertia is a fundamental property of matter, which means movement comes only the application of force. So how tragic would it be if you didn't construct something new in your time here? To willfully misquote American poet Mary Oliver, tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious Denison experience? And I mean that. No, really, come tell me. My office is Olin 204. It's right there. During business hours, I'm in there. Or I'm teaching, or I'm in a meeting. There are a lot of meetings. But I really would enjoy it if you came by and introduced yourself to me and told me what you wanted to do here and how you're going to try something really hard you might fail at. I cannot wait to meet you, class of 2028. Professor Ching-chu Hu of Denison's Department of Music has composed a very special piece of music to mark this occasion. The fanfare for the class of 2028 will be performed tonight, and then again on the occasion of your commencement from Denison in May of 2028. And now it is my pleasure to introduce you again to Denison's 20th president, Dr. Adam Weinberg.
I feel like I should just reread what Noah and Professor May said. Can we give them a round of applause? So to the parents here who are already starting to feel a twinge of, oh my goodness, I'm going to leave my child here, I feel your pain. Our last child moves into her first year residential hall at another university tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. And I broke into tears this afternoon when I walked into her bedroom by myself. So you're gonna actually, when this is over, I'm gonna run down those stairs and I'm gonna drive 4 hours with the last 3 things that go in her residential hall room, and we'll move her in at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Before I do anything else, I just want to ask the students to stand up for a second, and can you just face the audience, and can we give every parent, grandparent, mentoring organization, and everybody else who's helped make this education possible for you just a round of applause and some gratitude. And then can you turn that way? And can we just give our faculty a round of applause for the education that you are about to receive? In my very humble opinion, you are about to receive the kind of education that every person in the world deserves, far few receive, and you will receive it from the very best faculty in American higher education. And can we also just give a round of applause to all the staff who just make today and every day at this university fantastic. Thanks. Thank you. So now to my advice. You've come to an exceptional college. I believe the very best college in the country. To get the most from Denison, we're going to ask you to do 5 things
over the next 4 years, and they're as follows. The first, be fully engaged in your courses and in the campus community. This starts with the academics. Classes at Denison are small, the learning is active. Everybody in a Denison classroom is both a teacher and a learner. Enjoy the books you read, the papers you write, the labs you complete, the rehearsals and performances you're a part of, and the discussions you have in class. Embrace the robustness of the curriculum, as Professor May said, by taking a wide range of courses across the humanities, social sciences, arts, natural sciences, and interdisciplinary programs. But this also extends across campus life. Denison, from my perspective, is the absolute perfect size. We're larger than most liberal arts colleges, which just means there's a lot of opportunities to be involved, as Noah talked about. But we're also small enough so that students can try new things. So my advice, get involved in lots of different ways. Absolutely participate in campus activities that you already enjoy, but also open yourself up to exploring new interests. One of my hopes is that every single one of you will graduate in 4 years, notice I didn't say 5 or 6, 4 years, with a passion that you don't know you have tonight. Try things that weren't available, or more importantly, try things you might have been too embarrassed to try in high school. And also be sure to take advantage of the intellectual and cultural life of the college. Attend talks by visiting speakers and professors, concerts, art openings, academic apartment events. If you do not go to a Vail concert series this year, you missed an important part of Denison. So that's the first. Just be active and engaged. We do not expect you to be fully formed, but we do expect you to be fully engaged. Second, develop a wide range of relationships. Denison is not a complicated place. It's just a really special place. And this college is defined by relationships. It starts with our faculty. Get to know them. Make it a point to introduce yourself to every one of your faculty members during the first week of classes. Go to their office hours. Ask them out for coffee. This is a faculty that cares about its students and who want to unlock your intellectual potential by provoking you, inspiring you, and challenging you. Getting to know faculty is a core part, maybe the most important part, of a Denison experience. Do the same with staff. From our student life team, to the people who work across campus, to the folks who work in your residential halls, everybody at Denison is filled with talented people who you can learn from and who also can be great sources of support to you throughout your time here. Get to know them. And of course, get to know your peers. Denison's about friendships. Many of you will quickly form friendships, and for many of you, they will turn out to be some of the most important friends you have for the rest of your life. That's just what we do at Denison. Denison is filled with interesting people, with diverse backgrounds. Make it a point to get to know everybody in your off-campus orientation trip. Make it a point to get to know everybody in your residential hall and in your classes. Absolutely find friends who share your interests, but more importantly, open yourself up to developing friendships with people who are really different from you. Figure out who in your residential hall's life experiences are most different from your own and make it a point to form a friendship during your first semester at Denison. Simple point, the deeper your relationships with faculty and staff, the wider your friendships with a range of friends, the more you will both enjoy and grow at Denison. Here's the third, and this goes back to something Professor May said. Expect a lot from yourself, be performance-oriented, and ask for help early and often. Denison, by design, is designed to challenge you in a supportive environment with faculty and staff who believe in you and want the best for you, but who also understand that we only learn to do hard things by doing hard things. Be excited about being challenged to perform at the highest level academically and also in your athletic, artistic, and other campus pursuits. And when things are difficult, avoid the temptation, promise me, you will avoid the temptation to look around and believe that everybody else is succeeding and happy while you're not. It just isn't true. Instead, ask for help. Our campus community wants to help you grow. We want to see you flourish, but that can only happen when you challenge yourself, are performance-oriented, and ask for help when you need it. Fourth, take advantage of our location. I believe we have one of the best locations of any college in the country. This campus is beautiful. It is like out of central casting. Get to know the campus. Go to the bioreserve. Get to know the various parts of campus. And then get off the hill. Granville is a wonderful little community. It has coffee shops, restaurants, local stores, a lot of people who are interesting in things to offer students. And then a few minutes from campus, there's Newark and Heath, and then not far from our doorstep, Columbus is a thriving city. You don't need a car to get off campus. Pay attention to emails about opportunities to attend events and concerts in Columbus and to explore the metropolitan region. All right, finally, and maybe most important, everything I just said depends upon you being curious about everyone and everything. Arrive on campus, make it a point starting tonight that you are going to be curious about the courses you take, the people you meet, and the new things you're going to try. Too often in modern life, we're driven by fear and anger, which makes our world needlessly small, uninteresting, and stifling. Avoid that temptation of modern life. Replace fear of failure with curiosity about how you can learn and improve. Replace fear of embarrassment with curiosity about trying new things. Replace anger over the views of others with curiosity about why they see things differently and what you can learn from them. Here's a truism in life. Once you get over your fear of embarrassment and failure, life gets much, much easier. I learned that at about age 48. Make it a point to learn it at age 18. So curiosity, it's the gift. It's the gift the liberal arts will give you, and it will enhance your life in ways large and small. It'll make your world broader, more interesting, and more fun, and it will lead to success in every part of your life. But an important part of being curious is keeping your mind wide open. A college campus does not speak with one voice. Universities are places where we explore, create, and refine ideas as a way of adding to the world's knowledge and understanding. We always challenge orthodoxy on this campus, starting with our own. And whatever your views about any topic, there is somebody in your residential hall or in your classes who sees it differently. Be curious, ask, listen, and learn. A liberal arts education at its core is about engaging with ideas as part of the process of learning to understand the world and also to contribute to it. So I'm hoping that many of the students in this audience will realize I sent you the same advice about 2.5 weeks ago. Hopefully you read it, and hopefully hearing it a second time is helpful. Keep it. Keep the letter that I sent you a few weeks ago. Read it every few weeks, once a month during your first semester. Each time, you'll actually read it slightly differently. And when I see you on campus, let me know which parts inspired you, which parts have been helpful, and what you might change, what you might refine, what you might add. To summarize my advice, make it a point tonight to show up eager, to dive into your classes, to be deeply engaged across campus, to develop relationships with faculty, staff, and a wide circle of your peers. Don't be surprised when something's hard or a lot is asked of you. We will challenge you because we believe in you and want the best for you. Ask for help when you need it, embrace all that it means to be a Denisonian, create your own Denison experience, and be curious about everyone and everything. You made a great choice for college. I walked on this campus the first time in 2012 and just fell deeply, deeply, deeply in love with this place. Every year for the last 12 years, I've fallen more in love with Denison. I feel deeply grateful to be part of this community. I'm super excited to welcome you to our community and looking forward to getting to know many of you over the course of your next 4 years. So welcome to Denison. Welcome to the great class of 2028. So will the members of the class of 2028 please rise? It is my honor to formally induct you, the class of 2028. May you cultivate habits of the mind, share in our commitment to community, and embrace the values of our mission statement as autonomous thinkers, discerning moral agents, and active citizens of a democratic society. Welcome to Denison. Congratulations, you are officially college students. I think you can sit down, it's okay. I'm sorry. So every college has its own song, its alma mater, and Denison, not surprisingly, is no different. So to help you learn the melody to the song To Denison, we are going to sing the first verse by members of our orientation team. After hearing the first verse once, we're going to ask everybody to rise and join the group as they sing the alma mater a second time. If you have not memorized the words before you got here, if they're actually on the back of your program. Following the singing of the alma mater, we're going to ask the audience to be seated while the platform party and faculty recess. We're then going to invite you to join us for dessert in Slater Hall as students and families say their goodbye. At 8:30, our newest Denisonians will need to meet in the lobby of your residential halls for the first floor meeting with your community advisors. Parents, family members, and everybody else who's here tonight, I do just want to thank you. I want to thank you for making this possible. I want to thank you for supporting the college. I want to thank you for being here tonight, and I want to wish you safe travels as you return home. So I'll invite our orientation leaders up here to help sing.
To Denison we raise our song, fair college on the hill. The name that sets our souls on fire and makes our senses thrill. To Denison, my Denison, in praise our voices swell. The scenes of happy college days, the home we love so well. All together now. 1, 2, 3. To Denison we raise our song, fair college on the hill. The name that sets our souls on fire and makes our senses thrill. To Denison, my Denison, in praise our voices swell. The scenes of happy